Shalom, shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akim. So this is the book of Isaiah 14 from verse 9, and it reads, Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead even for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth it hath raised up from their thrones, all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And this is speaking, of course, as you see in the title for this video. Hell from beneath is coming for you, Esau Edom. And this is just going to be a lesson going into the fall of Esau Edom. A quick reminder to you devils that, once you get taken off from your power seat, taken down from your excellency, okay, from your rulership, you're not going to fall down to like, although I realize what his name, Louis C.K. said, you're not going to go from number one to number two. But you're not just going to, exist as just another nation, in the land, in the time of the next ruler after you, which of course is the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. No, they're going to fall all the way to the bottom, okay? And that's why this precept right here tells you that hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. That's basically telling you right there. These scriptures are telling you Edomites, because this Isaiah, the 14th chapter, that is exactly who this is going into. Because you go up to Isaiah 14, verse 4, it says that thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Okay, I will know, as it is written in Job 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked being Esau, Edom, the so called white man. Okay, and right now, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is pulling them down from their power, okay, from the high position they have set themselves in. And I believe it's also here as well, though they let me get that. Okay, here it is. Isaiah 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And this is how you know. This is not speaking about the Neo-Babylonian Empire or the ancient Babylonian Empire ruled by Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, this is speaking about the modern, Babylonian Empire, the new, renewed total of Babylon Empire, Babylonian spiritual Babylonian Empire that has been set up by Esau Edom in this kingdom, and of course, it's speaking about Babylon the Great, which is going into America, because who else is sitting at the sides of the north? Okay, the north country being America, the US, the Americas, okay, and Esau Edom ruling in that position. Who else has set himself up in the heavens, okay, has nest in the heavens, going into the International Space Station, that they can build, a place in the you can build something in the sky that people can live in. That's the International Space Station. Who else? Which other society? Which other kingdom has achieved that except for Esau Edom? And this precept is telling you right here that the Most High is going to cast all of that down, throw them from the place that they are in the heavens. Okay, so now this is the book of Isaiah 14, verse 14, and it reads, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. Okay, and this is going into Esau Edom's, God complex, because you have to remember, during the time of the Babylonian Empire, Nebuchadnezzar did have a God complex, but he was humbled by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai when the Most High removed the heart, in other words, the mind of a man from him and put the mind of a beast in him. And I went into this lesson before. It's called like clinical lycanthropy, okay? Which, of course, that's what Esau calls it. But we already know what it was. The Most High put spirits on him to make him think he was an animal, okay? And he was humbled by that. And his descendants, okay, going into his, I believe that was his grandson, that he was taken down as well, okay? but that was being done by, that was done by a surgical strike by Darius the Mede to bring the Persians into power. But the scriptures tell you that it is with great violence that this current Babylonian kingdom will be taken down. That's in the book of Revelations. Okay, so continuing on from Isaiah 14 verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to this hell, to the sides of the pits. Okay, and this is going into what this devil, they are right now, they are in their heaven, okay, which is basically going into rulership. They are in their kingdom, they are in their heaven, okay. That's why you see an Edomite has more rights than the average person. That's why you see them, enjoying their Edomite supremacy, enjoying their Edomite privilege, okay, because they have, even the scriptures talk about that. That part of the blessings that our forefather Isaac, which of course is Yahweh Shai, gave to Esau Edom, that he would dwell in the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven during his rulership, which is what you see these Edomites having today. They are being able to go into whatever land they wish and take the resources from, whichever country they please. They oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, right? And they take whatever they please, and they use it for themselves. That's why you have, these European nations, these Western nations, Babylon the Great, and the European nations just being gross consumers, okay, not producing anything but just consuming and consuming, because right now Esau Edom, their whole people, their whole kingdom, they are all from the lowest level Edomites up to the elites, okay, they are all in their heaven right now. But guess what, you are going to be cast down from this heaven, and you're going to be cast down all the way to hell. And when I say hell, when I talk about hell, I'm not talking about, lips and it's hell when you burn for all eternity as a sinner, you know, like these Christians want you to believe. But when I talk about hell, I'm talking about, a condition, okay? A place that the condition, okay? You're catching hell, right? And that's going into, just like the way our people were are catching hell under these Edomites, the same thing will happen in the kingdom. Okay, these devils will be cast all the way down to hell. They will be in that position, that situation in which they will be like as though they were in hell. They will be as though they were dead, basically. Because when it talks about hell in these precepts, in this Isaiah 14, that's what it is going into. Because the word there is shawal, which basically means the grave. Okay, and that's how low, that's how far they will fall. They will not, they won't hit rock bottom. Okay, they will go lower than rock bottom into the earth. Beneath the earth, 6 feet under, just like just like a person that was buried is. And let me get this next precept just to show you how far their fall will be. So this is the book of Job 20 verse 5, and it reads, okay, so like Job 20 verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrites but for a moment, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right, and this is going into the fall of Esau Edom, because he will fall, he will fall from his position of importance right now, and he will be as insignificant as, shit, basically. Esau Edom will be turned into shit in the kingdom to come. You think about how, not really going to go into that too much, but anyway, you see how far he will fall and be considered the same as garbage. Okay, that's what this is going into. Basically just to be buried and discarded, and just to be discarded and buried, nobody caring or considering, anything about it. Because though you may be at the top right now, you will fall all the way to the bottom, as our Lord Yahweh said. That's the book of Luke 10 verse 18. I beheld Satan fall as lightning, right? I beheld Satan fall as lightning, right? So yeah, let me get another precept. Let me go to this next precept, just to once again, another precept just going into the fall of these devils. So this is the book of Revelation 20 verse 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day I shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And this is once again going into the fall of you Edomites. And this is proof right here, okay, that the only thing these devils are going to have in, are going to be catching in the kingdom is hell, okay? No, I didn't say that, but it's like I didn't say that right. But anyway, all you people out there that think that Esau Edom being in the kingdom, Esau Edom being in the kingdom is some kind of deliverance or some kind of salvation for him. This precept right here is to prove you wrong, because once these devils come into the kingdom, specifically the elites of Esau Edom, they are coming into the kingdom to catch hell, okay, to be servants, to serve, to be in captivity for all the, not for all eternity, but for 1,000 years, until they are rounded up and born forever. Okay. So the 1,000 years you devils are going to be serving captivity in the kingdom is going to be hell for you, tormented day and night, as the scriptures say. We shall meditate terror for you people out, not just for you Edomites, for you heathen as well, okay, because you are about to be introduced into a world of hurt, okay? You devils are about to be put into captivity. You're about to be not just put into captivity, but put into hell, because that is what is coming after this rulership, after this kingdom comes to a close. And right now, we are so close that, you can almost see the kingdom of our Lord Yahushua coming to pass. And you're just waiting for it, for you devils to make the final push, because you may think that, oh, it's Esau Edom that is in control, and that he's the one that is, that the one that is pushing, for all these prophecies to come to pass. But it's actually Yahweh Bashim Yahushai using these devils like, using these devils like, a chess piece, man, because the Most High is the ultimate chess player, and he's moving the hearts of these people out here, because even the scriptures tell you that the heart of the king is in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right? And that's why these devils are being led, to their own destruction, even without knowing it, okay? So you see the rest, you see the kingdom that Esau Edom has built up falling, because these devils believe that they can create a new, better system for themselves, of course, mainly the elites of Esau Edom. But what they don't understand is that, you know, though they so I'm trying to remember the preset I'm thinking about, but basically, they shall build. Let me get that. That's in the book of Malachi. All right, so this is the book of Malachi 1 from verse 3, and it says, "And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, They shall build it, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever." So right now, Esau Edom is thinking, oh, we can build, other Abkeo, right? We can build a new kingdom after we throw down this kingdom. We can build a new, I'm not going to say the acronym or the word, because these devils could take down this video. You can do a GR, right? But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is telling you right here that you may think that you can be able to do that, though you build, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh will bring that to destruction as well, because you know that you will not even be able to accomplish or to successfully enjoy what you build, because it will work out, the the GR will be completed, you will chip the majority of the earth, right? Everything will go according to plan. But just as you are, but in the fullness of your sufficiency, just as you're about to begin to fill your belly, just as your enterprise is about to be crowned and established as a success, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will come through and throw you down to where? Down to where you belong, in the depths of hell, okay? In the depths of the, in the depths of the earth, basically, because that is how far your fall will be. Once again, these devils, they are in their, they're at the top right now in heaven, right? But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is coming to throw them all the way down to earth. That's why the scriptures say, like I said, let me just get that in me. That's the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Just another one going into Esau's fall. Okay. So let me get that. Let me get that. Let me go to that. So this is the book of Matthew 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. This is a parable, a parable, a deep dark saying going into the once again the fall of Esau Edom. Okay. Because when he talks about the sun and the moon, he's talking about the wisdom that these devils, have. Okay. And so now the moon shall be darkened. Now was the light that these devils have in their society, that light going into wisdom and understanding. And that's why you see Esau, Edom, and his society, getting dumber and dumber, you know, getting them losing, you know, the wisdom as the scriptures say, that's what as the scriptures say. I think that's let me just get that, that is wisdom departed from Timan, right? So this is the book of Jeremiah 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in him, and his counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Okay. And that's and that's what that sun and the moon is going into the lights at least they was having, which is going into their wisdom, and the stars from heaven and the powers of the heavens, Esau, Edom, and their authority, their elites, okay, the powers of this kingdom, of this society, the secret council of the wicked, right? All their power, all their authority, everything will be thrown down, will be cast down, will be destroyed by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, and all these devils will be thrown, all the will be thrown to the bottom, will be thrown all the way to hell. All right. So let me go to the Apocrypha for this one. Let me close out with this. So we'll go to the book of no, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 10 verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's going into once again Esau, Edom being the end of the world, okay, and Jacob being the beginning of it that followeth, right? Because we already know how the transition of power would be. Because now this society, this kingdom, I don't know why I keep on saying this society, but this kingdom, you already know what goes on in this kingdom, wicked judgments, okay, unrighteous judgments, wrongful judgments goes forth in this kingdom every single day. And the earth right now is crying for, a righteous for righteousness, we know that all of creation groaneth together, because the earnest expectation of all of creation is for the coming of the Son of righteousness to be revealed, right? That's roughly paraphrasing the book of, I believe that's, I'm not going to actually say it because I forget where it come, with the precept that's going into. So yeah, so once you devils lose your power, you will never be able to get it back, because the kingdom to come is a righteous kingdom, and it will be a terror for you devils, okay? Because you're no longer going to, because in that kingdom, even the scriptures tell you that that's prophecy, that the saints of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, right? They're going to the next kingdom to come is going to be a kingdom for the Israelites, the kingdom of Yahweh, and it will have no end. Okay, so I can just end it right there. So that's all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, and this place is finally coming to an end. Call for Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.